Up, goofy setup, goofy setup, setup times. All right. Well, this is Mr. Todd's cacophony. I've got a whining dog in the background, so you'll just have to disregard that. Yeah, I know. That's my sister's dog, Lambert, who likes to be with my sister, and she just left. But I'm going to show you guys, everyone, how to set up your iPad with MIDI and with very few apps that you need to download for your for a phone or an iPad. So yeah, so that's the plan. And if you stick with me and have any questions, I'll try to answer them in follow-up videos. But here's what I have, so you know what I'm working with. I have streaming behind me to my phone. I have a Quest 3S, and then I have in front of me an iPad 7, so it's not the top of the line. And then I'm gonna be using two apps. One is called TouchOSC, which I think is like $5. And then another one is I use MIDI Bus, which I don't think is really necessary, but I use it because I like some real clarity there. And then the last thing I have is a keyboard that that uses a dongle. What do you mean by a dongle? Well, this is just a regular run-of-the-mill 49 key keyboard, and it's battery powered, so I can carry it around and stuff. And then I have this dongle that Yamaha made that's essentially just this crazy. All right, you guys, just chill out, get out of the way here. Stop. It's a dongle that fires off a Bluetooth MIDI signal to any devices that would receive that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And you need if you have something like that, or yeah, that's what I'm working with, Bluetooth MIDI. And so this is wireless. The iPad is wireless, and the headset, I mean, you can cast it, so it's wireless. So what I use is a key mapping in TouchOSC that Bees Please and Raz created about 1.5 years ago or so. And this is, when you open TouchOSC, it's just like an empty page thing. So when you download the key mapping, when I send you the link to it, or show you the link in the description, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, where do I open this? And so when you download it to your iPad or your iPhone or whatever, you're going to want to open it in TouchOSC. And this is what it looks like. This is the setup. It's pretty nice. I like it. And what happens is you have, up here you have the different mappings that have been loaded in. And then up here on the top, well, this is something I had a problem with on my phone, because you have to kind of move this top bar along if you have a smaller interface. And I didn't even see the link part until I moved it over, so it was kind of a pain in the butt. But once I figured out how to do that, then I could get up into the connections portion. And the connections portion of the app gives you MIDI and OSC, and this is where you find the stuff that you need to use to interface with the headset. And that part is pretty straightforward. I just need to find out what the Wi-Fi IP address is on the headset and put it into where it says host, because that is the host. And then I make sure the send ports are 3330 for send port, receive port 5550. And that's it for the headset part. Now, for the MIDI part, I have the Bluetooth that's coming from the from my keyboard, from the dongle, coming to the receive port. So whatever your Bluetooth, MIDI device is, you're going to browse and find that that device, and then that's the complete thing. Keyboard, or in some cases, any MIDI device, and any Bluetooth MIDI device that sends that signal, you'll be able to find in this receive port browser right here, and then that's it. So the trick is then to figure out, well, what's it sending? So one of the things I use on my iPad is an app called MIDI Flow. Did I say MIDI bus? It's MIDI Flow. And in MIDI Flow, this is where you can kind of go, oh, okay, find nearby devices, and then it'll come up with the, it should come up with the MIDI Bluetooth thing. Oh, it's not on, that's why. Now it is. Okay, so it'll recognize the MIDI Bluetooth thing, and then I'll be able to bring it up on this, and then it'll show me the notes coming off of the keyboard. And then if I turn any knobs, it also tells you the knobs it is turning, what control values they are. So I know now that that's being sent to TouchOSC. I know that for a fact. Now, but if I'm not sure, let's run the TouchOSC key mapping by pressing play. So this is live. Now, if I want to know for sure if this is working or not, we can go through the side menus that Raz put in, mixer, CC, keys, game, and then up here, there's a whole other range of faders and pads and XY sensors and that sort of thing, and toggles, and they all pertain to instruments that I'll show you in PatchWorld. But then also up here on the top, there's a row of presets that you can start up. Like if you have favorite combinations of the CC and then the pads, you can call that have that be favorite 1, and then favorite 2 is game pad and XY. So if I go back and forth between the two interfaces, favorites. So I'm on the right channel number, and if you might be able to see that I'm going to turn my knob, and it's going to show you on the iPad that 91 CC value 91, or CC control or whatever, is actually registering with the knob that I'm turning. I'm turning this knob on my keyboard that I haven't got up to the camera yet. So let me show you. Turning. So that's MIDI going to the iPad. Now, what I haven't shown you yet is the patch side of things. So now I'm going to show you that. Patch has, in the library, I have saved and published a few devices that Raz originally published and he hasn't published yet. So he's not going to be mad at me for showing you this because he just hasn't gotten around to it. But if he does get mad at me, well, I guess we'll just have to fight it out. That's just kind of all it is. So I'm going to go to my spawn history because it's probably most likely that's where it all is. But I've been doing a lot of patching recently, so it's maybe far back. Yeah, there it is. So I put IP setup Raz, MIDI OSC Raz, and TouchOSC Raz. Those are the 3 things so far that I've got plugged into that I've got. So one of the things you can do is spawn them one at a time. You could also spawn them simultaneously, which is kind of cool, but I'm not going to do that because I'm using my hand tracking. Okay, so all this stuff I'm doing right now is just hand tracking. But watch. So if I have that channel thing, and then this is the what gives me the remote IP stuff. I press that, get that going, and then let's move you down here. Come on, hand tracking, don't fail me now. Okay, so now everything's kind of out of the way here, and I've got my keyboard now, and I've got my iPad. So it's kind of trying to juggle a few things at once here. But if everything works well, it will respond to the CC values. You'll see that the CC values are moving. So I'm going to push this back, pull down the CC value to where the CC input is, value over here. And now everything that comes from this channel 1, not including notes right this second because I haven't pulled those to any keyboard yet, will be sent to this interface. Now there is another interface. Did I download that? No, I didn't bring it in. But this is good enough for now. But if you look down on the iPad, around, this interface changes this in real time. Notice there's no lag at all. Same with this. So everything here corresponds with the key mapping. So I have a real-time patching system. So you see that I've got this is casting right now. So if I had this casting on, you know, the school projector screen or whatever, I could give this iPad to a student, and a student would just be like, okay, change this. And anything that's in here that's patchable, I mean, anything, you know, because it's patch. You could be like, this could be the filter knob or the, you know, or modulate in some way, or it could do something with visuals, or yeah, it could be like moving a 3D asset around for that matter. So all these things are possible. Now I haven't even scratched the surface of like actually the playing the instrument part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that next. So what you have to do is you have to pull up it doesn't really matter what synth. I'm going to use a sync heart. It's one of my favorites. And then the sync heart has to have the MIDI in coming from this channel. So so the note is here, it goes there. And now when I play oops, there's my camera, my ring light. Now you won't hear me playing chords because over here the polyphony is only on 1. But if I play 3, and it's really low, so I'm going to turn the octave up. Yeah, and so when I get to the point where I want to start, you know, patching stuff, I mean, really, all I got to do is start playing it. And let's say I want to change like a parameter, you know, like I was changing the octave. I mean, I could do that with this if I wanted to. Plug that into the side, and then change that on here. Oh, it's working, but it's just not registering because it's not the right. Oh, maybe it's not because it's not plugged in. Oh yeah, didn't plug in all the way. What the? There we go. Now see what happens. It doesn't look like it's still plugging in. Shoot, what happened? Oh, there we are. Let's see. Still making a sound. It's still moving, but I don't have it plugged into the side of the octave. I'm going to do this instead. I'm going to move it into the decay. So I'm going to watch the decay move. All right. So I can play my keyboard, and I can change the decay using the key mapping on OSC. At one point, where is it? Why is it not working now? Oh, it's because I'm using the wrong thing. So you've got an iPad, you've got my headset, and then you've got my keyboard, and that's it. So it's TouchOSC talking to PatchWorld and the keyboard talking to TouchOSC. You know, now you got questions, I'm sure. So fire them out, and we'll work with you. I'll be your best friend with this. It'll be just nice to have a lot of teachers that, or just friends in general, streamlining this workflow, right? Because as much as it seems like, oh, well, this is just like a real, you know, revelation for like teaching and different, you know, doing tech and VR and stuff like that. Very, very few people are actually experimenting with this. So we might be the only ones in the world even doing it. So I'm kind of excited. So hit me up and we'll talk more as you experiment more with this stuff, and we'll just see you around.